Guys, last class we were discussing about artificial intelligence. We were discussing some algorithms related to artificial intelligence, right? See, basically the subject is not to write university exams. You need not to by heart the concepts in the textbook, right? So we have some liberty in this particular subject. Basically, we have to write internal examinations. So try to explore the subject, try to understand the concepts. So it is not necessary to by heart the algorithms, to remember the algorithms, to by heart the mathematical equations, to by heart the steps in the algorithms, to by heart some programs, not needed. So by taking that liberty, today I am going to explain some project related to artificial intelligence, which I have implemented personally, right? I am taking that project. I'm going to I'm going to I'm going to explain that project to you to make some concepts clearer clearer to you. Why? Because you may have lot of doubts, right? What is artificial intelligence in the project of artificial intelligence? Really we are going to implement? Are we going to implement any robots and all? No, it is not like that. So in this class, I'm going to explain some project to you, right? Which we can implement through artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, right? Nowadays, what is happening? We are in the situation of pandemic. Everyone forced to wear face mask, right? What is meant by face mask? This is face mask, right? So every day when we go to the college, right, we have to mark our attendance by using some biometrics. Either it may be thumbprint. In the case of thumbprint, we have to place the thumb physically on some electronic device. It will read our thumbprint like your mobile phone, right? In this pandemic situation, COVID-19 pandemic situation, it is not possible everybody to mark the attendance by using thumbprint. So they are using what? They are using they are using face recognition system. We have to we have to go nearer to a device, right, which recognizes our face and which mark our attendance, right? So now the idea behind this particular project is whoever wearing the mask should get the attendance. Who is not wearing the mask should not get the attendance, right? His or her present should be marked, and it should be marked like he is not wearing the mask. He is not wearing the mask. So the system has to recognize the face mask. So we are not going with conventional programming. We are going with what? Artificial intelligence programming. In a system, suppose if we take a system, whenever we go to the system, the system has to identify who is that person. It has to identify like whether he is wearing the mask or not wearing the mask. It has to mark the attendance. See, identifying normal face, marking the attendance systems were already there. Nothing new in that. Already there from the years the somebody were being used those systems, face mark identification systems, right? Nowadays, what we are going to implement in that system is face mask recognition system. It has to identify the person with the face mask. It has to identify like whether he or she is wearing a mask or not wearing the mask. That is the aim of our project. Why I am demonstrating this project is you will have to understand what are the objectives, what we can do with artificial intelligence. Every time I say like artificial intelligence, you assume some kind of robo on top. It is not every time, right? Even we can implement artificial intelligence in the projects of like as you think it is small project, right? A small project like face mask recognition, face mask recognition system, detection of face mask recognition system. See, I'm not going to show you the coding and all, right? I'm I'm going to show you how this project will work. Okay, see here. For doing the project, we have many algorithms in artificial intelligence. We have many techniques like you are seeing here, right? We have machine learning, we have neural networks, we have deep neural networks or deep learning. What technique we are using? If we learn machine learning, we have many techniques, many algorithms, depending upon the problem. Like if it is for calculating uh, the weight of a person. Suppose if I am having 25 years of age, if I am having 6 feet height, how much weight should I have? For getting that machine learning, some simple algorithm is enough. Now, what is our task in the face mask recognition system? It has to identify the facial feature of the human being and it has to identify whether he is wearing the mask or not, wearing the mask or not. And if it is saying he is wearing the mask and it has to show like with how much accuracy it is identifying the face mask. Suppose he is wearing the mask. Suppose if you are wearing some kind of what uh, kerchief and all for you if you are wrapping a kerchief tissue to your face like it is not obviously a face mask then the accuracy should be what 50%. Suppose if you are wearing perfect typical face mask then the accuracy should be 99% above 90%. So it has to show all those things, right? So for identifying the faces, we are going to use deep learning, right? Deep learning. So we have decided like we are going to implement this project by using deep learning. What we have to do with the deep learning? I show you that. See here in deep learning, we are going to use artificial neural network. Artificial neural network. See, I'm not going to teach everything here. I'm just giving some brief idea about this project. Right, we are going to use artificial neural network. Artificial neural networks also classified as CNN, ANN, RNN, right? So basically, we are dealing with images and all, right? So we are going to implement this deep learning project with conventional neural network, convolutional neural networks, CNN, convolutional neural networks. See, neural means what? we have many neurons in our brain, right? It forms a neural network. We are going to perform same operations by taking artificial neurons. This is what we have discussed in our previous classes. See here, it is typical neural network, a simple neuron in our biological brain, what we are having in our head. Now we are taking inspiration from this biological neural network. We are going to build a neuron, artificial neural network. See, by taking simple example, I'll tell you how it performs. Suppose in a factory, it has manufactured 100 chocolates. The 100 chocolates. The owner of the factory was decided like I have to manufacture Cadbury Dairy Milk, right? It has to weigh, the weight should be 10 grams. Each chocolate weight should be what? 10 grams. So that I can sell the chocolate in the market for 10 rupees. This is what the owner of the factory has already decided. Now he has some machine which measures the weight of the chocolate, right? So let us assume this is the weight of this is weighing machine. For this weighing machine, there are lot of inputs from the factory. Suppose he is manufacturing from here, he is manufacturing from here, he is manufacturing from here. He initially supplies the chocolates, like he has already trained with this machine with 100 chocolates. The average weight was 10 grams, exactly 10 grams. So it is tuned for 10 grams. So from this machine, a chocolate came, it is weighing 10.1. This chocolate passed the weight test, it is coming to the output. Second chocolate 10.2, it is coming to the output. Next to chocolate 9.9. This chocolate should be rejected. This chocolate should be rejected. So this machine is tuned for what? This weighing machine is tuned for 10 grams. It is this 10 grams is the activation function of the machine. So whenever input chocolate weighing more than 10 grams, it is passing the test. Whenever input chocolate more than 10.10 grams, it is passing the test. Now, a chocolate which is coming 9.9 grams, it is not allowed. So, this is what the function of artificial neural network. So here the activation function is what? 10 grams. See, you can study like what is the purpose of activation function, how many activation functions are there, like at what time it has to activate that, what is the initial weight of the neuron, what is the weight after the training, all those things you can study. For your understanding, I am saying this example, chocolate example. Okay. So in this manner, we use these neural networks. We use these neurons here. Right. After that, what happens? We can use these neurons in our project. Right. We cannot use single neuron, right? If we are having a small function like this chocolate weight and all, even with the even with one neuron, the project will work. But we are not measuring any chocolate weights and all. We are not going to perform those kind of simple operations. What we are doing then? So we are going to build a network like this. See, each one is a neuron like here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many? 8, 11, 12. So all these are input neurons where we can give inputs like this. See here, output at the output layer. How many neurons are there? One neurons are there. In between input and output. Suppose if we are having three kinds of inputs, we have to place three neurons at the input. If we are having one output, we have to place one neuron at the output, right? In between input layer and output layer, how many neurons we have to place? That is our wish. We can increase the number of neurons to 40. We can decrease the number of neurons to 2. That is the liberty what we are having. That is freedom to that is freedom of the user who is implementing the project, right? So at the end of the project, while measuring the accuracy and all, we can change this number. We can increase or decrease the number of neurons here, right? Suppose if it is giving 99% efficiency, these 8 neurons are enough. Suppose if it is giving 60% accuracy, we have to increase the number of neurons here. Suppose if it is giving, if we are placing some 100 neurons here, if it is giving 60% accuracy, in some cases we have to decrease the number of neurons. What the condition here is, we have to connect each and every neuron in a possible way. There is no such rule that we have to connect only like this, only like this. There is no such kind of, we can connect whatever the possible way. We have to match all the neurons to the input. We have to match all the neurons to the output. This is input layer, input neurons. This is output layer, output neurons. In between we have what? We have hidden layers, hidden layers. See, whenever I'll get any chance to explain this more clearly, I'll be explaining more clearly to you. Right? We are in some project. We are studying a project, so I'm not getting more chance to explain about this neural network. See, we can also connect like this, number of neurons. Here, in number of inputs are increased, number of outputs are increased. We have hidden layers connected to each other, right? So, in this neural network, how many neural networks are there? See, neural networks are basically three types. Advancements are going up. They increase the types of neural networks. See, one neural network is artificial neural network. Basically, we have tabular kind of data. We use ANN, next CNN. If we have any image or video kind of data, we use this CNN. Next, time series data, we use recurrent neural networks. Suppose if we take a milk project, if we take a cow, suppose if the cow is producing 1 liter of the milk in the January, 2 liters in the February, December, only half liter. This kind of data which it depends on the time. January is different. December is different, right? This kind of data we use RNN, right? If we use any kind of tabular data, customer data, we use ANN, right? Now we are going to deal with image and video, so we have to use CNN, right? What is the difference between normal neural network and CNN? I'm going to tell you that. See, suppose in this particular project, this is not related with our present project. This is breast cancer data set. Suppose in this data, I told you about this tabular data, right? See, here there is data of many patients, like their gender and their what age and their what what do you call medical records, like what is their weight, height, weight, X-ray kind of things. So that if we give this data, if we train this kind of machine, see, this data is related to what, right? This is lot of patients data. We have to take at least 1,000 patients data, right? So here input will be there, output will be there. In this data set, input will be there, output will be there. With this readings, with this readings at the end of the table, at the last column, it says that whether the whether the tumor is malignant or benign, right? Whether he is positive for whether he or she is positive for breast cancer or negative for the breast cancer. This is what this data indicates. So we have to train this neural network with this kind of data, right? You can take thousand cases, thousand number of patients data, 10,000, 20,000. You have to train this network. Suppose after training, if we give some patient data here, like if a patient comes with all his reports, suppose if he is 22 years old, like he is having X-ray reports like this or all these things, if we give input to this network, it tells that whether he is having breast cancer or not, whether the tumor is malignant or benign, and it shows some accuracy also. So 98% accuracy. It shows that accuracy. If it is showing that accuracy, the doctor can decide whether that tumor is breast cancer or not. Right. This is how we can use the neural network. See, the doctor cannot see all these neural networks and all. Why? Because the software engineer will deals that. We have to design this kind of neural network. At the end of the day, we have to give some in form of some application to the doctor, a Windows application or Android application. He just enters the data, patient age, patient height, weight, tumor length, breadth, depth, color of the tumor and all. He gives that and it tells whether it is malignant or benign. Malignant is positive, benign means negative with accuracy. Suppose if it is giving 80% accuracy, what doctor does, simply he writes like repeat the test. Simply he writes like he wants to investigate with the more tests. And that is what we can do in the case of uh, what with the medical data, whether it is breast cancer or cervical cancer or skin cancer, any kind of things we can do. So now it is coming towards image data, right? Now what we are dealing with image. We are going to view our face to a system in form of image or video. So we are dealing with what images. What we need to do, we need to use what kind of neural networks we need to use? Conventional neural networks. We should not use ANN, artificial neural networks. We should not use RNN. Right? Face is same. If it is January or February or December, the face is same, right? And one more thing, we are not giving any values in form of table. We are not giving what is the length of the face, what is the breadth of the face, whether he is having black eyes or green eyes. We are not giving in that form. We are giving in the form of what image here. So we have to deal with what we have to deal with conventional neural networks. See, here in conventional neural networks, what we are using. See, here uh, it is demonstrating with the example of a bird. We are going to give the image of a bird which is standing on a tree, right? So with these conventional neural networks, in these conventional neural networks, what we are going to have? We are going to have our neural network, input layer, output layer, hidden layer, and all, right? Before these neural networks, what we are going to have? We are going to have some more layers, convolutional convolution layer, ReLU layer, max pooling layer. What is the importance of all these layers? See here. First, we are going to give a raw image. We are going to give through a webcam or normal cam, or we are going to browse for the image, or we are going to give that image to this conventional neural networks. See, any neural network, it will not understand any picture. See, whether it is bird or elephant or human or anything, it will not understand. The conventional neural network understand only input values like zeros and ones. Right. So we have to convert this image into what? We have to convert this image into the understandable values to a neural network. Right. So for that, we have to do convolution. You know what is convolution? You might have studied in your signals and system. You are going to study in your digital signal processing. Next, array. This is kind of activation function. Like I said, in the case of chocolate example, array loop, it should be there should be some activation function. So what is the purpose of this activation function? See, suppose if there is a minor dot here, like a dot which you are seeing here, minor dot, has to ignore that. If it is very dark, like very dark, like this, it has to take that. If it is minor, it has to what? Ignore that. For that, we are placing activation function. Next, max pooling layer. Max pooling is like what? Suppose if you have any 3 by 3 matrix, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 by 3 matrix, right? And if you are having one more 3 by 3 matrix, 5, 6, 7, 9, 7. For example, I am saying this 2, 3, 4. You can do some operation, like you can do multiplication, addition, or anything you can do. Suppose if we are not having these elements here, last two row elements, can we do multiplication? In some cases, it may possible. In some other cases, it may not possible. So you do what? You do some pad. You do padding with some values, dummy values, 0, 0, 0. If you input 0, 0, 0 here, you can do whatever operation you can. So it is not exactly the same, right? Max pooling, convolution, ReLU may not be same, but I'm for giving you some idea. I'm telling you this, right? At the end of the day, at the end of this three steps, future these three steps combined, we can call this as future extraction, feature extraction. Very important in CNN, right? This all these all the details in the image will be coded into some values. Like this black color will be coded into some value, this green color will be coded into some value. Here, values will be given like 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. Like these values will be given to each and every input layer. Like what is the main intention behind these steps is like, see, if you take any digital image, we know colors and all. The computer doesn't know any colors and all. It knows only pixels. It knows only the pixel value 0 or 1. If we write terms of zeros and ones, this entire image will be coded into a 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, like this. Entire image will be coded like this. So our neural network knows only these values. So for equalizing these values, for adjusting these values to give in a proper format, we are performing all these steps in the future extraction. Next, we are going to give to what neural networks. In the neural networks, what will be happening? What will happen? What will happens? See, first, see, whenever we are going to deal with neural networks, see, assume like we are not end users. We are the developers of the neural network. Who is end user? Suppose let us take a person, a salesperson in Reliance supermarket. He is end user. He doesn't know any details behind the software development, right? Whenever customer comes, he scans the all the products. He gives some bill to the customer. That is what end user does. In previous example, I told you about the doctor. He is the end user, right? So he knows only patient parameters. He enters only age of the patient, the height of the patient, weight of the patient, all those things. Right. In the supermarket also, the, the salesperson who is standing at the counter doesn't know any software coding and all. He only enters the bill, 1 kg tamarind, 45 rupees. Next, 1 kg sugar, 45 rupees. Like this, he gives some bill. He doesn't know any software details. Why we are learning this subject is we, at the end of the day, if we trained in this neural networks and all, we have to become developer of the neural networks. We should not become end user of the neural networks, right? Developer of the neural networks. So we have to understand what happens behind these neural networks. What are the phases behind these neural networks? See, first of all, if we take these neural networks, I told you that before using the neural networks, we have to train the neural networks. There are two phases in the development. Two phases in the development. What are those phases? First one is training. First, we have to train these neural networks. Next, we have to test the neural networks. After completing these two steps, we can use this neural networks. What we have to do? First, we have to build a neural networks, connecting number of input layers, output layers. We have to plan this. What are the number of inputs required? What are the outputs we require? In between, depending upon our experience and all. Suppose there are three inputs, one output. It will be good if we place some hidden layer, nine neurons in a hidden layer one, nine neurons in hidden layer two. It comes up with our experience, right? Next, what we have to do after building the neural networks, we have to train the neural networks. How can we train the neural networks? How can we train the neural networks? Right? See, now our project is dealing with what? Face mask recognition system, right? It has to recognize a face without mask. It has to recognize a face with the mask, right? So you should know like how looks like if it is without mask. You should know how a face looks like if it is with a mask, right? You should know that, right? It is like a children. It is like a infant. It is like a kid who is having 3 years of age. We have to teach him. We have to train him by showing lot of images. This is cat. That is dog. That is apple. This is orange. This is dark. This is bike. Like that. Here also we have to do same thing. We have to train the neural network. How can we train the neural networks? See, by showing lot of images. These are all the images of people who are with the mask. All are wearing the mask. See, in our project, I have trained this neural network by giving 600, I think 611 images. These are all not small images. See, for putting in these slides, I am making it smaller. I trained this neural networks with some 611 images like this with the mask and 610 images without the mask. Each and every time I am giving one mask, one image, and telling the system this is a face of an human being, face of a human being who is without mask. A human being looks like this without mask. I have trained this, right? So we have to go and go through what training phase and testing phase. So I'll continue this in the next class. This is the end of your class. I'll be taking your attendance. I'll continue same project explanation in the next class. Why I am doing this? You have to understand how can you do a project in the domain of artificial intelligence. Every time you should not imagine a kind of robot and all. This is the end of the class. You can leave the class. We'll continue in the next class.